Who am I? That's a question I have never really asked myself and thought about it. But when it comes to the Sea Change project, all the questions like, who really am I? When was the time I felt like I'm truly myself? Who am I right now? And who do I want to become? Starting to pop up in my head. When was the time I felt like I'm truly myself? After asking myself that questions, my first thought was a group of people and places. My first artwork for this project is a representation of a photograph of me and my friends from my previous school, set against a background of a Japanese aquarium. In order to create this piece of art, I used observational drawing in each of the sketch's components. I have this picture open in front of me and I try to draw as many details as I can. This group of people are the people I have spent most of my time in middle school with. Together, we have experienced a lot. We have laughed, succeed, and even fail and cry. And this is the only decent group photo I have of us. Despite everything we've been through together, this is why I chose this image. But in order to make it appear as though we're in an aquarium, I decided to flip the image around and draw the back of our bodies. The aquarium is the place I chose because despite the fact that it may not be obvious in the drawing that this is an aquarium in Japan, but I have always enjoyed visiting Japan and aquariums. Every time I'm in those places, I feel like I don't have to compare myself with others, I don't have to fit in anyone. In fact, I can just be myself. And in order to prevent the fish from blending into the water, I used techniques like tints and tones to construct the layer of the image. The drawing I made of my friends also have a darker outline than the rest of the drawing, which helps to distinguish between the foreground and the background. Who am I in the present day? The present day image was created by using conceptual drawing. I think of a whale when I think of myself in the present day, because I feel like it is something that is and will always be by my side no matter what happens. By showing that in the drawing, I drew a cruise in the middle of the whale's body, just like how I believe that the whales are always hugging me. Personally, I really like whales in the oceans. Whales are very independent, and that is something I'm starting to develop in me. In this drawing, I use a mixture of oil pastel, color pencil, and chalk. The deeper the ocean is, the darker the color is. The texture of the wave has been shown by using white oil pastel on top of the blue oil pastel. And with the mixture of all materials, this is the final word. Who do I want to become? Well, if talking about getting a job or going into a college, the first thing that came up to my mind was being a dentist. To show that, I drew a tooth using a pencil and charcoal to create the values of tints and tone to make it look more realistic. I used the same materials with the same purpose to draw a heart. The heart represents how I want my future to be filled with love. I want to love others, I want to be loved, and I want to be with people I love. I also want to do things I love and follow what my heart says. For the final collage, I cut out the ocean part of the second piece as a puzzle and used it as the main background. This is because it is the only drawing that consists of color and because I like dark blue. Then I cut out the drawing of me and my friends as well as the fishes from the first drawing. I glued my friends to the bottom of the collage and the fishes around on the top because I still wanted to keep the concept of aquarium alive. After that, I put the heart I drew in the middle of the artwork because I feel like everything revolves around the heart, the representation of love. The tooth is at the right of the word because there was a negative space there, and I think it is a good place to put it there. After I put the three pieces together, I feel like there were some negative spaces left, so I decided to write some words I like to complete the whole word. The words are whale's heart, love, blue-hearted, and also a quote, I will always love you.